Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the Co-Star, the official newspaper of the Borough of Belmar, and the Asbury Park Press on December 2nd, 2020, and notice of this meeting was posted on the bulletin board of the municipal building. This meeting is being brought to you through Zoom. It will run just like any other council meeting. During the public comment sections, if you would like to speak, please click the raise hand button or dial *9 by phone and wait to be called on, and remember to state your name and address. Thank you.
Thank you, April. If everybody could join me in saluting the flag of our great nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a moment of silence for our troops, their families, all our first responders, and everyone dealing with this pandemic. Thank you. Okay, workshop. I think the only thing we have on for workshop tonight is I want to just have Ryan give us an update. We have a resolution on tonight for the contract billing for EMS. So Ryan, if you can just give us an update on what's going on with that.
No problem. Good evening, everyone. So just a quick update in our process right now in the emergency medical services. We passed our state license. That inspection was done last week. We passed, we have our license. So now what tonight is we had the RFP for our medical billing company where we received 2 proposals back that was graded by the committee. The references were vetted. So tonight we're looking at Revenue Guard. It is actually who the Belmar First Aid Squad used as their medical billing company. And we got it for a 7% rate. What we're going to do with them now is just establish our the final formalities once this is approved with them, and that will be we will get the ability to get our MPI number, which is required to bill for Medicare and Medicaid. So once we have those 2 approvals in, we're able to back bill from our inspection date with the state. Another thing we're working on is our operational plan right now to implement our volunteer options or our volunteer program.
Thank you, Ryan. If anybody has any questions for Ryan. All right, thanks for that update, Ryan. Anybody else have any questions? I don't have much more in workshop tonight, but if anybody has any questions, any of the council members on the resolution items. All right. Move on to petitions. April.
I did receive a petition yesterday from Donna Pizzuli, 1800 Surf Avenue. It is a petition with approximately 150 signatures against 5G cell towers in their neighborhood, which is this near 17th and Ocean.
Those are the cell towers that are before
or Mama Luke's, yes.
Mama Luke's, and that's before zoning right now. Zoning,
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so they will be handling that. We'll just inform them that a petition came in. Okay. Approval of the minutes.
Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the April 6th meeting?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
Okay. Councilman McCracken?
Yes.
Councilman Carvelli?
Yes.
Councilman Juan? Oh, you're on mute.
Yes.
Mayor Walsifer?
Yes. Okay, reports of council. Councilman Carvelli.
Thank you, Mayor. As far as committees go, I don't have much to report on. I did attend the police promotion and retirement ceremony 2 Saturdays ago. So congratulations to all those officers, either for being promoted or in their retirement. The only other thing that I did want to bring up was now that the weather is turning and warm and there's going to be more people in town, that parking, legal parking and pedestrian safety. I want to make sure that everybody is aware, of all people walking around town, and parking legally is an important thing as well. I often see cars parked in no parking zones, which can at times block line of sight of pedestrians and crosswalks and whatnot. So, I just want everybody to be aware, and hopefully, hopefully the police can, enforce, enforce pedestrian parking more forcefully as the weather changes. So that is all that I had. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Crack.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'd like to start out by thanking April and her team and all the volunteers who have assisted Belmar residents who desire to get the COVID-19 be able to access that. That program seems to be running quite well, and through code red messages and an email account and other methods, there are a host of people working to assist our residents. And I think that speaks volumes for our community and the people that we have living here, neighbors helping neighbors and assisting one another. So thank you to everybody who's involved with that. The Belmar Housing Authority, I reported at our last meeting, but the next meeting is on May 3rd at 5:15 p.m. The Shade Tree Commission is actively preparing for Arbor Day. Last month's meeting, I read a proclamation that was signed by the mayor recognizing Arbor Day. Planters have been built at the library for seedlings and young trees to have a home until we find a permanent place to plant them. And we thank the Belmar Library and the team there for their cooperation in working with the Shade Tree Commission, and certainly thank DPW for building those planters. The Shade Tree Commission plans to plant those trees on April 30th, and we plan to promote that celebration through our social media avenues, and we're looking forward to that. Additionally, on May 1st, at the corner of 10th and Main at Taylor Hardware, trees will be given out to those who have requested them. There will also be additional trees available for those who want them. So anybody who's interested in a complimentary tree, please can come to outside Taylor Hardware on May 1st between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. The volunteers from the Shade Tree Commission will be there. I received a dozen or so emails from residents expressing concerns about the parking on the lake side of Fifth Avenue. Certainly, and I'll reiterate this, it is not this council's intent or the municipality's intent to have any resident have to pay for off-street parking. Those emails have been received and forwarded to the borough administrator. A plan is being put in place, but all of those residents will be contacted by the borough. And if they have a hardship, meaning that they don't have an adequate number of off-street parking spots for the number of cars or drivers that they have in their family, that will be taken into consideration. And with this Park Mobile app, the nice thing is that permits can be issued electronically for residents to use those spaces. So that program is still underway. The borough administrator plans to reach out to all those folks, certainly by the next couple of weeks, and make accommodations for those who need it. And just to remind everybody that the north side of Fifth Avenue is not part of the Park Mobile program, and all of those residents along who live along the Fifth Avenue there from Ocean up to Second Avenue I just want to reiterate that those spaces are always available for residents. And I think that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Council President Juan.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, I'd like to thank everybody, Ed, the chief, yourself, Mayor. It was a beautiful ceremony 2 weeks ago for the swearing in of the new officers. Tommy Cox retiring. It was really well done, and it was beautiful, beautiful day. We'll start this week with an AD. I have an ADA meeting on Thursday, this Thursday at 6 o'clock at McCleary Park. Louis Polito from the library is coming, and he's going to talk about the programs the library has for the hearing impaired. Starting off with community policing this Friday, we're having a meeting just for the zone chiefs, all the zone chiefs, us, Lake Como, and we're going to prepare for, I believe, a very busy season. This summer probably be as busy, if not more, than last year. So we're starting off with just the zone chiefs this Friday, and then we'll continue on. And that's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. I just have a couple things. I also want to thank April for keeping everybody informed about those COVID shots. I mean, April's been doing a great job trying to get everybody vaccinated. So I do want to thank her. The promotional ceremony and the retirement, I want to thank everybody that was involved setting that up, especially DPW for getting everything and the chairs out there, and our chief for doing a great job that day. So it was a great day for Belmar and Lake Como, both communities. I want to also thank the DPW for getting all the spring flowers in the pots along Main Street. It's nice to see that we have flowers during the spring on Main Street, especially in the times that we're in. At least it gives us a little bit of color on Main Street. And the last thing I have is 15th Avenue. If anybody's been down 15th Avenue, the pipe project for the new water lines and some of the storm drains have been done, and we're getting ready to pave that road. So it's nice to see that's underway, and hopefully we'll have it finished up before summer starts. And that's all I have. So we'll move on to public session on any of the resolution items.
Please remember to state your name and address before you speak.
Linda Sharkus, 4th Avenue. I was
Hi,
wondering.
Linda.
Good evening, Mayor,
Yes.
Council, Mr. Dasty, Mr. Kirschenbaum, and April. Could you elaborate on what the development project referencing resolution 2021-99 is? Did that go, what's going on that you're approving an amendment? Has it gone before a planning board, or could you tell us what it's all about?
I could tell you, it went before the Technical Design and Review Committee. We sent them back for a redrawing, and the change is they're reducing their project by 2 units. It was originally 10, and it's going to be now 8.
What street is this on?
11th Avenue in the 800 block. It's the project that's been going on for a long time. I'm behind the 7-Eleven on 35.
Okay, so that's finally going to go. What was the holdup with it?
Well, our our borough engineer and our planner had some issues with some of the things that were approved already. And so they went back, and to straighten everything out, they had to reduce it by 2 units. And I think it's all conforming now.
That's a beautiful thing, knowing that the process works. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
Eugene Creamer, 4th Avenue.
Hi, Mr. Kramer.
Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I have a question about that resolution 2021-99. The description of the property in the second paragraph. Can you take a look at that? That might just be a typo. It says lot 3, 3 and 5. Shouldn't that really be 3, 4, and 5?
We'll take a look at that, Mr. Kramer. And
Okay, Mr. Kramer, I'll take a look at it tomorrow morning. We'll correct it if that's what it is. Thank you for catching it.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't have any other comments about the change in plans. I guess I didn't get a chance to take a look at the plans. Thank you.
Thank you.
can I have a motion to close the public session?
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to adopt the resolutions as listed on the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second,
Okay, Councilman McCracken,
Yes.
Councilman Carvelli,
Yes.
Councilwoman Juan,
yes,
Mayor Walsifer.
Yes.
Okay, next is second reading and public hearing on ordinance 2021-7. This is an ordinance amending salary guides. It's open for public hearing. If anyone would like to speak on it, please click the raise hand button. Okay, seeing no hands, can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
motion,
A second,
second,
all in favor?
Aye.
And a motion to adopt ordinance 2021-7.
motion,
Make the motion.
Second,
second,
Second.
okay, Councilman McCracken,
Yes.
Councilman Carvelli,
Yes.
Councilwoman Juan,
yes,
Mayor Walsifer.
Yes. Okay, public comment.
Before we go to the public, I did receive an email question from Anita Pecorelli of First Avenue. She stated the Bradley Beach Library is open and patrons can touch the books. They just have to wear gloves. In speaking to the staff, no staff has gotten sick at Bradley Beach Library and has been open in some capacity since last June. Since most of our library patrons most likely have been vaccinated, what is the date for the Belmar Library opening its doors to the public?
Business Administrator Kirschbaum, can you answer that one?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor, I will. We're still in phase 3. I've been in touch with the head of the library. We have a reopening of the library. Right now, we still have all the services. We just can't go into the library. So until the restrictions clear, we're going to still keep the library closed. It's at the request of the library and the state of the pandemic that we're still in. So we're in phase 3. We hope to go into phase 4 as time moves on and the governor loosens up restrictions. You know, 3 motor vehicle commissions closed today because of COVID. So we're trying to play it safe for our staff and our library patrons. So they offer a whole host of programs that the public can be involved in. So we're going to still wait until this pandemic clears up.
Thank you.
Hello again, Linda
Linda.
Sharkus, 4th Avenue. As many of you know, I walk my dog a lot around town during COVID. into Tom Carvelli's point, parking across has been a problem in some areas. There are some people parking across the sidewalks, which precludes people from walking safely on the sidewalks. I was on one of my walks, a neighbor commented to me that Belmar has become a non-walking town because of the encroachment of businesses across sidewalks and these cars interfering with the passage on the sidewalks where I think it's on D Street, and people have to take their strollers into the street to get around. And if you have a stroller or a wheelchair and you have to go into one of the divots for crossing for wheelchairs, it's actually a detriment and unsafe for those people with the strollers and wheelchairs, in particular the wheelchairs, because if they're pushing themselves, it's very difficult. The second issue is we have a lot of shrubs encroaching across the sidewalk as well. So it would be good if somebody took care of taking a look at the hedges that are in some cases over a foot into the sidewalks. So those two are interfering with the safe passage of pedestrians. That's my comment on safety. So thanks for bringing it up, Tom.
All right, the chief is on tonight and we'll inform code enforcement to start looking at those shrubs on the sidewalks. So the chief will talk with the police department about watching the sidewalks.
Yeah, so where the garages are close to the street, I didn't think that somebody said, oh, because they had the right to do that because their driveways were right next to the sidewalk. And would anybody like to comment on that?
Well,
is that permitted or?
No, it's a violation to park across the sidewalk. So the chief's on tonight and she's listening to it. So I'm sure she'll inform her officers to watch out for that.
In case
Yeah,
you
I
can't,
appreciate that, Chief Scott.
and Linda, in case you can't see her, she's shaking her head. No, you can't do that.
And Linda, the other thing is, if there's a violation, just please call it in. They'll respond and they'll do what they have to do. We have to be notified of a problem. And if you notify us and anybody listening notifies the police department, they'll take care of it.
Okay. I hate to be the one doing all that notification though, because I love the town. I don't want to be the person that they hate to see around their neighborhoods. So, but thank you. I will, as I see problems arise.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Tom.
Mr. Volker?
Yes,
Ah, there you are. Name and address, please.
Tom Volker, 527 8th Avenue, Belmar, New Jersey.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing fine, Mayor. I just, first I want to thank you for the porta potties. I don't know why they're up there, but they've come in mighty handy. And assuming that the regular ones will be open at some point. And can you tell us if what the plans are for the skateboard park?
I believe it's open right now. I'm not sure. Is there an issue with it? I mean, I've seen kids skateboarding in there, so I presume it's open.
It's apparently in a bit of disrepair. And I know Mr. Kirschenbaum has been in there, assessing it. And I'm just wondering if there are any plans.
We'll take a look at it again, Tom. I still want to go with that program with our volunteers because there's a lot of juveniles and adults alike not wearing the helmets down there. So it's becoming a safety issue again. So we have to revisit that. And I'll get the Department of Public Works to take a look at it.
Yeah, I know you don't want to increase manpower, but it wouldn't hurt to have a qualified person in there, enforcing the helmet rules and also helping the kids to do it properly. So if you would just think about that as a safe, I would think it would be required by insurance, but I'm not positive. So, thank you. I appreciate you taking another look at it.
On
Okay.
so on the skateboard park, when there was talk of closing the skateboard park, there was a showing of people. And didn't they sign some sort of agreement that they were all going to wear helmets and self-police themselves?
They did. There's a group of young men that want to help enforce that, but COVID came into play and we haven't revisited it. So that's something we have to take a look at.
Okay.
Insurance has us post the signs, not mandated to keep anybody there, but there needs to be a little bit more people with following the rules so they wear their helmets.
Okay, can I get a motion to close the public session?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And next we have resolution 2021-105. This is a resolution authorizing executive session. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas there is adequate notice to the public of this meeting, and whereas the Borough Council is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, now therefore be it resolved by the Borough Council as follows: the public shall be excluded from discussion and action upon the hereinafter specified subject matter. The general nature of the subject matter to be discussed is potential litigation. Minutes will be kept of the closed session. It is anticipated at this time that the above subject matter will be made public when the need for confidentiality no longer exists. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Just so everybody knows, that there will be no action taken when we come out of executive session. Right.
So we
All right.
actually adjourn this meeting because we're going to a different Zoom, and we won't be coming back to this one.
Okay. All right.
So if we could adjourn them, because there will be no further action.
One motion.
Yes, please.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
And second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Thank you, everyone.